Hello everyone, thank you for watching Big Nine Wonders. As always, we bring you the amazing side of Africa. This is Entebbe Road. Today we are talking about the means of transport. We are answering the question of how you can easily move or travel around Uganda. If you come and you are new in Uganda, we are giving you the 3 options that we hope can help you to move around or to use as a means of transport so that you can have your time enjoyable and maybe you can call it hassle-free. The first option we can talk of is about car hire. If you want to travel around Uganda, we advise you to have a car hire as the first option. This car hire, sometimes it can come with a driver or it can come without a driver. We advise that in case you are used to this country, you know the places, different places, you can hire a car without a driver. But if you are not used to this place and you want to move privately or you want to travel around privately, it is advisable that you hire one car with a private driver, which can be a bit expensive, but a good option. There are so many ways you can get this car. For example, if you are to stay in Uganda for some good days, let's say more than one day, it is advisable that you can use like the car hire companies that you can find online. There are so many. You can even come in Kampala and you can find them in their offices, and then they give you different options. So this is one option. But if you want, if let's say you are here for a short time, you can also hire like Uber. Uber, you can get it online. You even, for example, you are from the airport, you can get airport taxi, and these ones can take you where you want to go. So that is how you can use the car hire or the private cars to move around Uganda. Then the second option we can give you is that if you want to travel around Uganda easily and well, we advise that you use tour operator. Tour operators, these are people who work with tourists. Most of them, they are very experienced. They know what people want, especially if you come to visit Uganda, you say, I want to see this kind of things, or this is my area of interest. They can give you best or better options that can fit your expectations or your needs. So another way of traveling around Uganda is using the tour operator who will get for you a car and take you to different destinations where you want to go. This one is the best way because it has no risks, because all the risks will be taken care of by the tour operator. It depends on how many days you want to stay around, but if you get it someone who is used about tourists, he can be a very good person or a good resourceful to help you on how you can move around Uganda. Then the third option, which is a common one, is about using public transport. And it is actually the cheapest. If you want to move around Uganda easily, you can use the public transport. Here what we mean. For example, if you are taking a short distance, you can use taxis or you can use motorbikes, which here in Uganda are normally known as Boda Boda. Actually, Boda Boda, they are found everywhere around this country. You can find Boda Boda. Everyone knows about Boda Boda. But if you are taking long distances, for example, intercities, maybe you are moving from Kampala, going to the northern part, or you are going to the western part, you are going to anywhere, very far, I advise you that you use public buses. These public buses, they can move to all these places, but of course it is shared. You have to share with others. The challenge with this is that you will have to wait for others. There is one point to note that when you are moving around Uganda in public buses or in public transport, it has no specific time, or the timing is not as it is, for example, in Rwanda. When you are in Rwanda, there is a timing where they can say this bus will move at around 5 or at 6 or at a particular time. But in Uganda, in most of the buses, you have to move with others and it has to move when it is full. So that is the major challenge you can have. But it is the best way to move around, especially when you are going to different cities, because it is very, very cheap. Then another option you can use, of course, if you have some good money, is to use the air means of transport. There are different flights that can take you around Uganda to different destinations. You can use, there are many companies like Aerolink and others, like Eagle Air, others, they can help you. Like now, Bar Aviation is doing a very great job in going to different destinations, different airstrips from Kampala. So it is very interesting. So when you are moving from Kampala to different areas, you can use any of these and it can help you. There are many options other you can use. For example, you can use a charter plane. How are you? You can use a charter plane. Charter plane is where you can have your plane. If you have your money, you can use a plane that can take you anywhere you want. It is expensive. What you have to note is that most of the internal flights in Uganda or in East Africa, they are more expensive than international flights. So you have to be ready to pay expensively if you want to have these flights around internally within Uganda. Thank you so much, guys, for watching our videos. What you have to note is that in case you are to take your to take public transport, or you have to go privately, most of the tips I can advise you to go with is that if you are to hire a car, make sure that at least it is a 4-wheel drive or a 4x4 car. This one it will be easier to move, especially in the hard areas with the potholes and bumpy roads. It is good to have this strong car, and it should not be old. Then maybe if you are to move in up country, I also advise you that you have to move with money, and preferably also with friends, because in some places, of course, it's always safe to move with others. Then another point I can tell you about traveling around Uganda is that sometimes you have to bargain. This transport fare is not fixed. You have to bargain, and you have to tell them, I have this amount of money. So how to know this? You have to first inquire from the locals or the people around and ask, how much is from here to this place? So that is the easy way you can move around Uganda. This one is almost the same with other neighboring countries like Kenya, Rwanda, and Tanzania, or even in South Sudan. It's almost the same. But like in countries like Rwanda, it is more organized than Uganda. So that is the major difference. But other means of transport, they are almost the same. But you have to first inquire so that you don't get any challenge on your way. Thank you so much for watching our videos. And in case this is your first time to watch Big 9 Wonders, please, we ask you to subscribe so that you don't miss out the amazing side of Africa.